Okay, guys, so I am on my way back from the drive to the state park, and I thought, well, I might as well just turn the camera on and talk a little bit and let y'all see some of the foliage here in New York. Back there on the trail earlier making the video, there was a gentleman walking, and he said, isn't this unusual that the leaves are still on the trees? Here it is, the middle of November. I said, yes. And he said, I usually have to rake my yard in October. And he's right. So, I don't know, y'all. I mean, I am happy that I'm able to enjoy the change of the seasons and the beauty of it. Oh, y'all, I just can't get enough of it. I could just pitch a tent and live in the woods this time of the year. I just love it so much. I love these autumn colors. Now come spring, I'll be flipping out over the dogwoods and all the beautiful colors on the blossoms and everything. But I know there are a lot of y'all who live down in Florida and areas of the country where you don't get the changing of the seasons like we do here in the Northeast. I know when I lived in the South, even when we lived in Louisiana, there wasn't. I mean, the leaves did change and they do fall off the trees in the winter, but it's not this vivid of colors that I remember. But one time during one of John's drunken cycles that he often went through, where he wouldn't work, he'd just stay drunk for a few months. I guess they're called binges or something. He wasn't really a binge drinker, though. He drank all the time. But there were times when it would be worse and he wouldn't work. So we were so desperate for money, and I was pregnant with Jeremy. So this was probably in November. He wasn't working, so we put an ad in the St. Tammany Parish newspaper for handyman. So he got a couple of a little odd jobs, handyman type jobs. And so this man called, and an elderly guy and his wife, they needed someone to rake the leaves in their yard, and they were going to pay $20. So, I mean, $20 in the late 1970s was a lot of money. I could put some pretty good meals on the table back then for $20. So here I am pregnant, and so we both go to their house, and we rake and rake and rake, and we took Jason with us. He was 4. And so we raked the whole yard and picked him up, and I guess we bagged them. I really can't remember if we bagged them or just raked them into a pile somewhere or put them in a compost pile. But I remember when we finished and we went up to the door to collect our money, I reckon they saw that I was 6 months pregnant and felt sorry for me. So they gave us $30. I'll never forget that. People do have a good, kind, and generous heart. And we have received many, many blessings throughout the years. People being kind and generous and willing to help us out in our times of need. And it continues to this day. I get, I've gotten a lot of nice gifts in the mail and monetary donations and PayPal donations, and I have a few Patreons, and I just want y'all to know how very much I appreciate that. I know nowadays it's not easy to let go of your money because everything costs so darn much. The price of gas keeps going up, and the price of food, and the price of medicine. But I just want y'all to know how much I really do appreciate all your kindness and all the nice and beautiful words that you take the time to write in your comments. Y'all are so good to me, and just you make it so that I want to just keep on coming back myself to make the videos and to take the time to try to come up with ideas and subjects and topics to talk about and report about, and I still have millions of stories to tell y'all. I have to start where I left off. I just kind of dropped it, I guess, about the time that we had moved from Louisiana to Knoxville, and that was in the 1980s. So 1980, 90, 2010, like 30, 40 years I still have to talk about. Seeing little Ife now, she's taking dance lessons, and seeing her in her little ballerina, her little tutu, and her ballet shoes, and her little tap shoes reminds me of when Jill was 4 and 5 years old, and she took dance lessons. Bless her heart. She only got to take them for 2 years. It was during that time of her life that I got really sick with, didn't know what it was at the time, where I was totally bedridden for 2 years, but it was thyroid disease. It took me nearly 2 years to get that diagnosed. But during that time, I did struggle, and we managed to get her to a dance lesson once a week, and she had 2 recitals. Her first recital, she was about Ife's age, I guess about 3, maybe 4. She was a little bumblebee. She was such a doll. I remember she was like an American outfit. It was, I think they did a dance to the Star Spangled Banner or something. Stars and Stripes Forever. I have pictures of it. I'll dig those out when I get home and try to attach them to the end of this. There's another town here north. I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, it's Walt Whitman's birthplace, and they have a Walt Whitman, his home. So we're going to go to that one day. We've got Roosevelt's on Sagamore Hill, Teddy Roosevelt's, I guess it's like his summer White House where he spent the summers. We still have to go there. It's closed right now. So I'll probably wait until they open so that we can take a tour of the museum. Like I've told y'all many times before, I love history, so I'm open to all types of museums and seeing places and doing things. So I reckon I better concentrate now, or I will end up in Manhattan. Oh, this lady is right on my tail. I don't like it. It makes me very nervous. Okay. So y'all have a wonderful day, and if you're just passing through, I would love for you to subscribe. Don't forget that 45% of y'all who watch my videos have not yet subscribed. So just go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified every time I upload a new video. And y'all just keep on coming back.